Yo, what's going on YouTube? So tonight I just got the package from Dave. I'm going to be installing the Omega expansion A and B and the new C drive, which I believe is going to be coming out this month or next month, or maybe it's out already. I'm not too quite sure, but I got it from Dave. I'm here to show you guys the install process and pretty much what is on these drives. Alright guys, so let's get into the unboxing of this thing. Let's see what this package includes. So as you can see here, I got the Omega. This is the 2 terabyte SSD boot drive, and it is a gaming SSD. If you guys need to get your SSDs, get them from Eric Ostrom at silksystemsgaming.com. These are just really good quality SSDs, and I highly recommend these. Go hit up Eric, he should be able to get you the hookup. This is the Omega expansion drive A and B, and now the C drive, which was just updated for this month. As you can see here, there are just a ton of games. I'm not gonna probably be able to get through all these games in this video, but I'm gonna go through as many as I can. One of the things you're gonna probably need if you don't have enough SATA cables inside there is this USB hub. Alright guys, so don't mind my cable management here. It's pretty bad right now, but I'm gonna tidy it up once I get this all set up. And as you can see over here, I do have the A and B drive and now the C drive all connected here, and I'm gonna be booting it up and we'll see what we got going on. Alright guys, so I'm going to be booting it up right now, and hopefully this all works. I don't know if it's going to work, but we shall see. Oh shoot, I think it's going to be booting up on the top. Alright, we'll see. It's booting up. We'll see what happens.
Alright guys, before we get into the games, this is what you're going to need to do to get your computer or gaming system to run right. You're going to need to copy this thing right here and put it in the command prompt. Once you're done doing that and you hit enter, you'll be able to find out what kind of motherboard you have. So I have the MPG B560i Gaming Edge with Wi-Fi motherboard. You go to the drivers and downloads area. Once you're done doing that, go ahead and hit download, extract the file, and run the program. Once it's properly extracted and installed, your motherboard should properly read your hardware. The next thing is highly optional, and you can do this if you want, but I'm going to be removing the navigation sounds, and to do that, you're going to want to unlock the settings. The pin code is 1111. Once you've got it unlocked, just scroll down over here to the sound area, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to uncheck the play navigation sounds. Once you've done that, go ahead and save, and you should no longer hear sounds anymore as you scroll. This next part, I will be importing my Omega settings. I originally had Omega and I wanted to keep all my scores, my startup video, my marquee video, my gun for R license, my LED blinky license, and my launch box license. So it pretty much does all of that. If you're coming from Omega, you're going to want to save your Omega settings, that way you can import it. And as you can see here, I have my LED blinky settings, and it was just starting up like it normally does. And with the sequence of lights that I have, as you can see here, it is very nice. Next, I'm updating my launch box to the current firmware or version. And that's pretty easy. It'll automatically do that. You shouldn't have any problems doing that. It's pretty safe to do this as well. Next thing I did is I went to the Nvidia site and I downloaded the Nvidia GeForce Experience app. It automatically read my graphics card, and now it is installing the current and up-to-date drivers. Next, you're going to want to make sure that your main screen is set to 1080 by 1920 by 1080 and it's at a 60 Hz refresh rate. My marquee is different than yours, so you'll want to adjust it accordingly. You can do that also through Omega settings. You can stretch it out and fill it up. All that is in the settings and it's not too hard to do. Alright guys, so these are the lists I got from Dave. These are the full complete list from the A, B, and C drives. As you can see, there are a ton of games in here. I will have the full list in the description down below if you want to look at them. Alright, so the first game that I'm playing right now is Balers Gate. It is an absolute gem of a game. Developed by Larian Studios, this RPG masterpiece offers a compelling mix of a story, strategy, and adventure. The next game I started playing is Cyberpunk 2077. It's rich, engaging, and filled with memorable characters. Combat and customization are next level. Whether you're hacking, sneaking, or going through guns blazing, there's a style for every player. As you can see here, I'm just rolling around, just having a blast, whipping this car around the city. The next game I started playing is NFL Blitz 2024. I had to check this out. It's pretty similar to the regular NFL Blitzes. I'm not really sure what's so special about this one, but I had to check it out anyways. Once I received the ball, I ran to the left. I thought I could make it past the defender, but dang, I got freaking sacked. The next game I started to play was Red Dead Redemption on a Nintendo Switch emulator. I used an Xbox 360 controller and it worked great. It's pretty easy to set up. All you need to do is go into the settings. You can hit F11 to exit full screen mode. And once you're in there, you just go into the input and configure it. And there should be a drop down menu and it will show you your keyboard or your Xbox 360 controller. This is a cutscene, as you can see right here. The graphics are pretty good. Of course, it's not going to be anything greater than 1080p. But as soon as I had the opportunity, I got on this horse and started dipping out. I started tapping A and B, and I figured out how to ride this thing. And yeah, man, this horse is pretty fast. So I started sending it and crashed into this train. Moving right along through the hundreds of games here, I couldn't make up my mind, and I stumbled upon this game called Starfield. So Starfield is an action role-playing video game. The player can switch between a first-person and third-person perspective at any time. The game features an open world in the form of an area within the Milky Way galaxy, containing both fictional and non-fictional planetary systems. The player is able to land on more than 1,000 planets and unspecified number of moons and space stations. I didn't dive too much into this, so let's get on to the next one. The next game is another Nintendo Switch game, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Of course, I used my Xbox 360 controller to play it. You can have up to 4 players play this game. It is a traditional side-scrolling platform game, pretty much old school, but there's a lot of cool things. There's an elephant power-up that you can use. As you can see here, I had struggled to grab it, but you can pretty much bust through using your nose, fill up your trunk with water, and use that water to spray it on your enemies. But overall, I thought this was a pretty cool game. Let's get on to the next one. The next game I stumbled upon was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. It's available on Steam, but of course it's available on the new and improved expansion C drive from EHA. As you can see here, I pretty much sent it on this half pipe, grinded, went on this half pipe, did like a 360 and just ate it pretty hard. I jumped, got some superpowers, and yeah, man, I just pretty much had fun grinding around, reliving my days in high school. I spent hours playing this game, hours, just doing all sorts of tricks, grinding, trying to get the highest score, and me and my friends would compete. Hours upon hours trying to see who had the best score. So let's get into the customer request drive. This is the A and B drive. This is pretty much compiled a full list of PC games that customers have requested, and Dave has put them on here for everyone to enjoy. So of course I started playing Rampage. I saw this game at Dave & Buster's. This is a updated version of the 1986 arcade game by Midway. You pretty much can play up to 3 players on this, and each round is completed when you reduce all the entire city to rubble. You got your dragon looking guy, some King Kong. Oh yeah, it's pretty much Godzilla, King Kong, and some werewolf looking guy. I can't really remember what the names are of the specific characters. But you pretty much go through the city, bust up some cabs, some buildings, get superpowers, and once you've completed, you get on to another city. Another game I started playing is Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. The complete edition. It has every expansion available on this thing. I remember playing hours on this thing, just trying to create the most awesomest theme park and getting all sorts of money so I can build my next roller coaster. So I highly recommend getting a gaming keyboard and a gaming mouse. That way you guys will be able to navigate easier through the menus and exit out of things, because it's pretty much a PC. This arcade in reality is a PC. It is not going to be plug and play, so you're going to need to find a way to get back to your Windows main menu if you need to. And plus, it's just a whole lot easier to play PC games with. Like this game right here. So this is Sherlock Holmes, The Awaken. You can purchase it on Steam for $39.99. Or you can just get this expansion pack from Dave and play it for free. Anyways, this game's pretty cool. It's got a lot of secret things that you can go through. You can dress up your character to be a certain way. It is kind of like Grand Theft Auto in a way, but you're pretty much trying to figure out these different scenarios. If you've seen the movie or anything like that, then you know what this is all about. Let's get on to the next one. So this next game is called Sprawl. It is a first-person shooter. What I like about it is you can do like this slow motion thing, as you can see here. It shows the weakness spots and stuff. And yeah, anyways, it was released last year, August 23, and it's a first-person shooter that you can run on the wall and like pretty much just slide around and just do all sorts of crazy stuff. It's pretty fun to play, and I really enjoyed checking it out. Alright, so this next game is Tekken 8. This game was actually released like in January of this year. January, I think 26th. And I remember wanting to get this game. But yeah, it's also on the C drive. So yeah, me and my wife played a couple rounds here. I was Lily and she was Asuka. And yeah, we just enjoyed fighting each other and playing this game. So this next game I was pretty super excited to play. It's called Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. It's made by Ubisoft, and it was also released this year, I believe January. January 18th, 2024. It's pretty much a 2.5D side-scrolling action-adventure game, and you can pretty much jump, slide, roll around, and you get these two wielding swords, and there's all sorts of different actions that you can do. It's pretty much like Mario, but just way better. Right here, as you can see, I am fighting the, I believe, first boss on the level. Anyways, let's get on to the next one. So this next game I found in the C drive is Drift 21. I was pretty much trying to learn how to drift. I was pretty terrible at doing it. But yeah, there's a bunch of different courses, a bunch of different drift vehicles that you can choose from. I chose this Nissan Silvia just because I think Silvias are pretty awesome. They of course had other drift cars like the Nissan 350Z and the BMW M3. But anyways, yeah, if you like racing games, Drift 21's a pretty solid racing game. This next game is Aliens Fireteam Elite. I believe it was released a couple years ago. It's a pretty fun third-person shooter game. You can choose from 5 different classes: Gunner, Demolisher, Technician, Doc, and Recon, each with their own special abilities and character perks. There's about 30 plus weapons and 70 plus different mods and attachments that you can add to your weapons. And yeah, man, if you like first-person shooters, this is a pretty solid one too. Alright guys, so thanks again for watching my video. So as you can see, there are tons and tons of games on these drives here. The A, B, and now new C drive coming out. If you guys are interested in getting some of those drives, go ahead and email or call Dave. He should be able to get you those drives here in no time.
I will be leaving the links of the A, B, and C drive games so you guys can check out what games are on there. If there is a certain game that's not on there and you want Dave to put it on there, go ahead and let him know, hey, I want this game to be put on there, and he should be able to put that game on your C drive pretty easily. Anyways, thanks again for watching. You guys have a great week and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.